Okay, the next one is you're going to take your regular Winsor Newton gouache, you're going to pour it into your palette, and then you're going to use this, which is called gum arabic. And gum arabic is, when you use gouache, and you've ever bought gouache that has different properties to it, and you have all this liquid that's inside, you squeeze it into your palette, and you have all this liquid, the liquid that's coming out is gum arabic. So what you do is, in your palette, normally you would mix water with your gouache. So you put your gouache in your palette, you take some of the gum arabic, which is a thick, it's very opaque, pour it in and mix it in as your substitute for water. You may want to put 1 or 2 drops of water in there, but overall it should be gum arabic in with the gouache, okay? Then, what you're going to do is you're going to paint a design. I did this quick thing on here. And then you're going to take oil paint, regular oil paint that you buy, that you do your oil paintings with. So if you have any of your oil paints from Fine Arts and you have a few tubes that are empty or laying around, this is a good time to use them. And then you're going to take your oil paint and put it on a piece of paper or your palette or whatever. And you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to pat it onto your paper. So you have this, you're going to pat it onto your paper. And then you're going to take it and rub it into the design. You could also use a rag in this case. If you want to, that's fine. Whatever you feel works for you. You can use a rag or a paper towel like I'm doing. I'm using a paper towel. And again, and basically, if this were my full design, I would be covering the whole background with this, but in the interest of time, you could use this in any color. It could be gray, it could be whatever color you want it to be. And then I would take some water and a brush that's a very bristled brush, a hard bristled brush for oil painting. And I would dunk it in the water. I put this here so you could see it. Dunk it in the water and then work it into the dye, into the gouache, I'm sorry. And just keep rubbing off. And what happens is that the gum arabic and what's below it is all water-based, and the oil paint on top is oil-based. So it resists. And let me get some more paper. It resists, so you get this very clean design. You just have to keep patting it up to pick up the color. And you could see already that it starts to give you a whole sort of technique, a really textured background, and that's what you're going for. Let me just finish the center part here. Do it section by section and then pat up the color. And this is exactly what you want to capture, is these textures on here. You might want to clean out your water so that you have to keep a clean kind of palette. And again, I'm doing this very rough because of the interest of time. But if you were to really take your time doing this and patting this very neatly,